Greetings and salutations, everybody. This is Rabbi Andrew, the Rabbinic Cynic, coming to you from Palm Desert, California, at least right now. Probably going to be coming to you from Palm Desert forever, unless I decide to visit my family in Israel or go England, or I'd like to really go somewhere else. But so that said, this is the second of my new vlog. And I am working on a couple of different things, working on some guests who will be coming in. We're going to talk theology. I got a good friend of mine. We're going to discuss, I'm going to call the show Sympathy for the Devil, to steal that little Rolling Stones tune. And just as a little teaser, we're gonna talk about opposing views on how we view religion, but more importantly, how religion impacts the politics of today. So, Mark, if you're watching, we're going to set that up soon, baby. And so today, we talked a little bit about yesterday. I was at Comic-Con. I got my Comic-Con pass here, and Lord of the Rings, if you can see that. The Rings of Power. I made it into Hall H for the Rings of Power. And what's interesting about the panel, I thought was very interesting, it got me to read the book again, is that they really are going in depth into the history of the Tolkien universe. And as I'm reading this book again, I'm just finding it so interesting, having read the book when I was, 13 or 14. So it's been, a good 10 years. No, a lot longer than that, really. And I'm just really excited. This is epic. And just the previews were epic of all the different characters. And we got to understand what went into making the characters and how they've reinvigorated the language of Elvian and its relationship to Welsh. So we're quite looking forward to that. I'm very looking forward to that. And when there's show premieres, I might talk about that a little more. So part of what I'm doing here is I want to talk about topics, current affairs and current topics. And something happened yesterday that I thought was amazing. In Judaism, we have this idea of this tzedek tirdof, justice you shall pursue. And it's the cornerstone of Judaism. Whether you believe in God, you don't believe in God, there's a very strong cultural drive within the Jewish people for seeking justice. And I think John Stewart really embodied that when last week he vociferously, using a lot of curse words, called out certain members of the Senate, Republicans mostly, for not supporting a veterans' rights bill. What was this veterans' rights bill? Well, it's nicknamed the burn pits of Afghanistan and Iraq, which have caused veterans such health problems. And I know personally veterans who've had health problems who've served. Thank you for your service in these wars. And Congress was holding back. The Senate was holding back this bill that would have provided a lot of money to help these vets. They would take away it would give them the opportunity to not have to prove that they got these diseases, they got these cancers, they got these chronic conditions that have made many of them disabled because of their service to their country. And the idea that veterans would be, that this would be withheld from veterans is horrible. And John Stewart rightly was outraged, and he made it his mission. But I think that the way he did it, the way he changed minds, is critical to this broader discussion that we need to get into today. And he didn't do it by just simply calling names to the other side. He went on Newsmax. He went on Fox News. He made logical arguments to people. He talked sense. He didn't name call. He didn't create a polarization, but rather he created an environment for consensus. And what did that do? By him going to what many on the other side would perceive as the enemy. He didn't go there to disrespect them. He went there with respect, and he spoke his mind. And what happened? The bill got passed. It's a fucking miracle. Congress, the Senate, passed this bill, which will help veterans. And so I think that this idea of seeking justice wherever you can find it means that, we can use whatever platforms we have, whatever strengths that we have to communicate, whether it's music or art or your ability to market or your followings on Facebook and your friends or just in your local community. These are all the different ways that we can try and make this a world of justice, because we're not living in a world of justice right now. We have climate issues, which are, if anybody thinks that there are no climate issues, they're insane. England had the worst summer, the highest heat waves. I grew up in London, and I've never experienced a wildfire in London. Oh, but what about the Tower of the Fire of London? That was hundreds of years ago. Well, that was completely different. But grass was being set on fire. These are issues. These aren't issues that are just should be political. These are issues that should just be about life. Choose life. That's an important concept in all religions. If you believe in life, you should believe in the power to change things, the power to make life for people better. And so I don't want to be preachy about it, but I just, I'd like to hear some other comments and opinions from people who maybe think, maybe climate change is not such a priority. Maybe the way we're dealing with it is not correct. I'm glad that Jon Stewart was able, and I'm sorry I misspelled his name. It's Jon. I do know how to spell, believe it or not, know how to spell. But in the line of, we need to kind of take his approach. We need to learn how to talk to people, talk to each other. Stop defining people by where they live. Are they rural? Do you live in a big city? Do you have an R in front of your name? Do you have a D in front of your name? These policies, these discussions we're having are nuanced. They're not black and white. They're gray. There are some things that are black and white. It's not okay to kill somebody. We can get into a whole nother discussion there. But we have to learn to understand the nuances. And I understand if you feel passionate about something and you just say you cannot say, well, the other side is opening the way. Moderates, this is one's for Mark. Moderates are opening the way for the extremists. And that's, maybe it's true, maybe it isn't true. Maybe it's true that moderate Christianity and moderate Judaism is too kind of like, we're afraid. I remember when I was a rabbi at a synagogue, I was too afraid to really speak my mind about certain things because I didn't want to alienate half my congregation. So I'm no longer in that position. I don't necessarily want to alienate half of the people that might watch this. And that reminds me, please like and subscribe. I have a new YouTube channel I created called the Rabbinic Cynic. It's streaming there as well. I'm going to post this link on Facebook after I'm done rambling. We can have more of these conversations. I want to have more of these conversations. And if you're interested in being a guest on the show, if you don't like the things I say, or you like the things I say, you feel like you have something to add, send me a private message or a little message in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook. And we can set up I'll Zoom you in. I'll bring you in on my StreamYard stream, which is a great platform. It'll plug there for StreamYard. So this is the end of my first blog, my second blog, not my first blog, my second blog. I've only had 2 cups of coffee today. I need my 3rd cup of coffee. But as I move forward, I'm going to polish things up. I'm going to create more content. It's just all about doing it every day, talking to y'all every day. And I hope you like my little intro. It's a song of mine that's going to be released soon. And I got some more songs I'm going to preview for you. And I know a friend, Bob Glass, commented on my Facebook page. He likes the I may do a version of Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen's beautiful Hallelujah. So you got that to look forward to. And in the meantime, I wish you all a healthy and a happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday today. And stay safe, be happy, and just be nice to each other and live long and prosper. Bye, y'all. Bye, everybody. I'm going. Bye.